What's going on, peoples? Welcome back to another Total All Spurs match review. Tottenham 2, Brentford 2. Now, I'm doing this video solo. Some of the boys can't jump on due to they've gone away for the holidays, Christmas, New Year's. So I'll be doing this video solo. But still, I'll throw out the video now for you guys. What can we say about the game? I think, look, it's just another, as you can tell by the title, another gutless performance by the boys. We're a second half team, and we've been like that since the start of the season. I just think we just really should have taken it to them. We just didn't play to our game. I think Kane's son just didn't get involved as much as they would. Kulu was probably the only one trying to make something happen. But despite all that, I think we just really didn't perform like we did, and we just really did not put it out there and put it in front of for our fans. And it was a really, really gutless performance by the boys. Like, I just think after the World Cup, it just looked like some of the boys are, well, not really some of the boys, but it just looks like they just weren't up for it. And it's not what we want to see, especially, we have this long break of the World Cup. Some of the boys played the World Cup, such as Harry, Son, Perisic, and then you had the guys who were stayed back and trained with Conte. I thought they'll be already up and rolling, but clearly shows that we're still lacking. We're still lacking in a bit of areas, which I'm hoping in the January transfer window we can really do something about it. But despite all that, let's talk about the game. Brentford, had us going. I think that first goal from, I think it was, who was it? It wasn't Bremer or Mbomo, sorry. Can't remember who scored the first goal, but that was due to a lack of defence. It just wasn't there. I think Fraser, that goal he should have really saved, but it just slipped his hand and obviously rebounded off Langley's leg, which just was very frustrating. And then obviously, the second goal, Ivan Toney. But speaking of that second goal, we have to talk about Eric Dyer. Like, what the hell? What the hell was he doing? He should have just passed it back to Fraser or chested it and passed it back. I don't know what he was doing, trying to kick it up the field or whatever he was doing. And I've said, and I'll say it again, this guy needs to go. He is not the profile player me personally, I don't think he's the profile player for this team. He just doesn't. He's just not composed. He just doesn't look comfortable in that center defensive role. He just looks really, half the time doesn't look like know what he's doing, and it's really embarrassing. And it's really hard to take in when he goes to England, doesn't play, but. And the boys will say this too. I reckon ever since he got that England spot, he's just got a big head now, and it's really frustrating to watch because last season he was so spectacular. He was one of our best defenders, and now this season he's just fallen off the boat, and it's just like, what's happening? But I just think Dias is not there anymore, and really, I'll like to see him go. It's all up to what Conte says. Oh, and we're joined by one of our friends here. What's going on, bro? How are you?
Hey, bro. Sorry about that. Bloody turns out that Telstra's absolutely dog shit out here, and Optus works good. So sorry for being late.
Nah, you're all right, bro. I was just saying to the boys, saying to the fans that you weren't gonna jump on, but now you're here. Look, as I pretty much was saying before, it was 2 Tottenham, 2 Brentford, and I want to get your thoughts on this. What's going on? What is going on? After the World Cup, it's just like everyone's just shut off now. Like, what's going on?
I've got no clue, to be honest. The game, the first half was dreadful. Going in at 1-0 at halftime, I honestly thought that old Tottenham's back. The Tottenham that we had before the World Cup. I honestly thought that with the players coming back from the World Cup, maybe they would put a bit more effort in. But once again, with a second half team, come back. I don't think we deserved it. As on the live stream I said, We didn't deserve to come back into that game. We didn't deserve to score at all. But we did it. We've got the draw. But I don't know. I don't know what we do. We didn't have a
It's
weak side. I think our defense was pretty weak compared to what it can
we
be.
actually I was just on that topic, but I got to talk to you about that. But yeah, carry on, carry on.
With Tanganga in instead of Romero, but I don't think Tanganga's that bad. So for me, it's kind of like I don't know why we were so bad.
Yeah, but I think, as you were saying about the first goal, I think that second goal we can only point to one person only, Dyer.
Dyer.
Uh,
I think it was just one of his worst games. I don't know about you.
I just think he needs. I just think he's ever since I was saying before. I think he needs to go. Seriously, I just don't think he's a. He's just not what we thought he'll be. Like this first season, he was good. He was good since Conte come in, but this season I don't know what's fallen off. But he's just fallen off pretty bad. Didn't play for England
Yeah,
in the World Cup, so
yeah. I don't
I
know.
don't.
I don't know why he didn't control that ball. I don't know why he tried to clear it. And even you said on the stream, as soon as that went out, you said if they score here, it's his fault. And lo and behold, I feel like the defending at the corner was horrible. There's no way that should have happened. But you're right. It all falls down to Dyer, and that's the problem. We create our own mistakes. We don't. Teams don't usually play through us. It's more, or they do, but they don't usually come off with scoring. Most of the time that they score, it's
Mm.
through mistakes or through lack of concentration, and it's just the fact that the players just aren't good enough for this system.
Yeah, nah, they're not, man. And it's really hard to, we try and be positive about it all and say, look, give him time. But then, like, how much time does, Dyer's been here for years and years. And it's like one season he plays good and then the season he just goes off and off. And it's just like, what do we do? Like, I'll say it and I'll say it. Like, I think he just needs to go. He's not the center defensive we need. Like, he's not the guy, like, he's good, but it's just like he's not that level yet. He just hasn't hit that level yet, and I don't know how much time I can have on him. And like I'm starting to not trust him in that center role, in the center defensive role. I think Langley plays a lot better in that center defensive role.
Yeah, well, I
Way
think
better.
for me it was disappointing to see how Langley and Dyer kind of left Tanganga out to dry. I feel
Yeah.
like I know they had to worry about the other striker, but we play three at the back with two up front for them. So like, Tony was sat on Tanganga every single time, and then Buemo was just feeding off Tony. And for me, I never once saw Dyer come in and help Tanganga out. And Tanganga is still young. We all kind of rate him, or we have rated him. He hasn't shown the levels that he was showing when he first broke through, but he was left out to dry. And as much as he made mistakes, it's very hard as a young centre back to come up against a striker like Tony, and then have to worry about and compete with Tony, who he beats the best defenders in the league in the air. So coming
Yeah.
up against Tanganga, who isn't that tall, who isn't as strong. As someone like Van Dijk or Maguire, Diaz, all that sort of thing, I feel like Dyer just left him out to dry, and that for me that's worse than his mistake, because if he just helped out Tanganga in a defensive role, maybe the pressure could have been taken off the back three, and we could have off Tanganga more so, and we could have transitioned better. But it's not just Dyer's fault. The transition between play from defense to attack was horrible. Once again, it looked like we had no idea of how he wanted to play against Brentford. It was more of a trial and error. And then once we started playing the ball, pinging the ball around, moving it a bit faster, we score goals.
Exactly. So, but yeah, that comes into that second half where we'll get into that now. I think that first goal by Harry Kane, that was a beautiful header. Absolutely beautiful
Right.
header. He rose to that ball, which he did well. That was a good cross by Langley, who crossed that in. That was a beautiful cross. He placed that well.
Yeah, he really did.
He placed that really well. And then the second goal was by Højbjerg. So, yeah, look, it's another second half display, I guess. We're just playing second half team. That's all we are, I think. You could pretty much call us that if you want to call us freaking Tottenham second half Spurs, if you want to put it that way. But yeah, it's just
We might as well. We just can't seem. And that's the thing. I was talking to my cousin, who shout out to Matt again. He was in the ground messaging me at halftime, and like he just said, we're going to come back in the second half. We're going to pull a draw off, and everyone's just going to go, oh, it's a draw away at Brentford. It's if we go up against teams in the second half, like Arsenal once again come back in the second half, they won. Newcastle won. Like these teams aren't doing this against other teams. We're struggling again, and that's the thing. We kind of touched on this earlier on before the World Cup started. Was that maybe we aren't that good? Maybe this is the best. This is what we're meant to be playing at. This is the level we are, and we need to stop expecting to be better because of Conte and because of the world class players we have, like Kane, like Son. That maybe this is our best team, and we need to improve in January. And that's the thing. We don't play until, well, for us in Australia, it's the 2nd, but on the 1st of Jan, we're not going to get someone in before that game. But like, we need to be buying players ASAP, and that's the problem. Is a lot of rumors have been saying that Conte isn't going to be backed, and for me, it's if you're not going to back Conte, then you might as well just pack it in as a football club.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Like. And then everyone's expecting that Poch is going to be back. If you're not, see, this is the problem. Everyone's going to be, some fans out there are going to be happy that Poch is back, but he ain't going to be back with the board. The board's not going to back it. If they're not going to back Conte, how are they going to back him? This doesn't make sense. You don't back a world elite coach. What makes you think they're going to back Poch? It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense at all. And it's very worrying because, I don't know if you heard the news, but fucking Cody Gakpo signed for Liverpool.
Yep, and that's an improvement on their left flank. I know they got Jota there. They lost Mane. I think Jota's more of a false nine like Firmino.
Yeah.
And Diaz plays on that side, but he's left-footed, so they like to play inverted wingers. So Cody Gakpo, Mohamed Salah, Diaz, Firmino, and Jota, that's a hell of a front line. Like everyone says that we may have the best front line, when you look at Kane, Son, Kulu, and Richarlison. But Liverpool, if they get Gakpo, we need to be worried about making top 4. And that's the thing. I felt at the start of the season, I was like, we're going to make top 4. We're not going to challenge. We're going to make top 4, and then we're going to kick on with Conte. But with the way that the other teams around us are improving, Newcastle,
Newcastle's going to improve. They're going to go in the January.
They're already playing well, and they're going to improve. Liverpool are going to improve. United are going to improve. Everyone around us is going to improve, including Chelsea. They've already signed in Kuki before the winter's even started. These teams are going to get better, and then all it's going to leave us is us in the dust. They're going to leave us in the dust. We're going to end up being 6th because we didn't invest. And that's the thing. Conte will walk because the board will say, "No, you didn't get top 4. We're not going to back you." And then it's just once all over again. I'll bring Poch back. Poch can work with lesser players. He won't. This system, players like Kane, like Son, Dyer, even players like Perisic, they aren't going to work in Poch's system because Poch's system wants everyone to work hard, run all day, run the team that runs the most, that makes the most kilometers. It's not going to happen. So if Poch comes back, Kane will have to go, Son will have to go, Dyer will have to go, which is a good thing. But players in the middle that, Højbjerg can run all day, but he won't be able to run the system that Poch used to run. So what's the point in bringing him back if the players that we have now can't suit the system? Kane ain't going to be able to run as much as he did under Poch. There's no way. He can't even run now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. But now we're going to wrap it up here right now. Any last thoughts on the game, bro? Anything you want to put out there?
Look, I think Perisic had a great second half. The game came out of the match, but I don't think he did too much. Son showed a bit of spark, but once again, we're not playing to his strengths. He likes running in behind. Didn't put any balls in behind. The right side still needs to be fixed. I feel like Basuma still isn't up to scratch. Bentancur is levels above him at the moment, and I feel like Conte does need to actually trial other players in there. But all in all, there's not much we can really say. The result speaks for itself. But I want to give a big shout out to you, bro. I know I'm away on holiday at the moment. That's why I came in a bit late. Internet out
here. It's all good, man. It's better than never. Better than nothing, I guess.
Shout out to you for getting it all set up. Appreciate it, brother.
All good, man.
Do it. But yeah, apart
No,
from
you
that,
go and
what do you,
enjoy your holiday, bro. You go enjoy time with the family away. I'll keep doing things here, keep it all going down.
well, the good thing is we might be able to jump on for the game. We'll see what we can. But apart
Yeah,
from that,
no,
shout out to you, bro. And I think that's it for
cheers,
me.
bro. No, good. Yeah, look, I feel the same way for you, man. Like, I think our defense needs a little bit more built on. I think our middle maybe a little bit, but definitely our right side. And yeah, look, I think Kane and Son, look, I think they're still trying to find that connection. But other than that, hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you
That
click
button.
that bell, click that button, click that bell, so you get notifications coming up. And yeah, we'll be doing a watch along. I don't know when the game is. I think it's
It's 2nd of Jan for us, 1 p.m.
second.
So
Yes.
1 o'clock in the afternoon for you guys out in England. I know a lot of you UK
Yes.
guys tune in, or Europe. So 1 o'clock Australian time. Tuesday, is it Monday morning? Yeah, Monday morning on the
Monday
2nd.
morning, yeah. So yeah, we'll be doing a watch along for you guys, and yeah, make sure you jump on that, give your thoughts, and yeah, make sure you comment down. Make sure you give your thoughts on what you thought of the game, and yeah, no Gutless performance, I guess. So wrap it up there, guys. Yeah. So as we always say here, tell all Spurs, stay Spursy,
Stay Spursy.
stay Spursy.